Skyrim is approaching its 12th anniversary, and the Skyrim Anniversary Edition, released in 2021, brought fans back to the frosty northern province once again. However, much of this fresh Skyrim content carries hidden depths. In fact, the Skyrim Anniversary Edition is brimming with secrets. Among these concealed treasures are musical allusions, which reintroduce melodies and atmospheres from earlier Elder Scrolls games. Additionally, certain secrets pay homage to elements external to the game, such as the infamous horse armor DLC pricing controversy. Beyond these references, other secrets are embedded within the game itself, manifesting as new weapons, locations, or features that might elude inattentive players. The fabled Wraithguard was wielded by the Dwemer tonal architect, Kagranak, empowering him to command the forces of Keening and Sunder. These tools were pivotal in his ambitious quest to harness the heart of Lorkhan's extraordinary powers. In the original game release, only Keening was accessible. However, in the Skyrim Anniversary Edition creation, both Sunder and Wraithguard have become attainable. Distinctive enchantments grace both Keening and Sunder, bestowing advantages upon the bearer while simultaneously draining their health and reserves. The inclusion of Wraithguard alters this dynamic. When worn alongside the two artifacts, the adverse effects dissipate, further amplifying the potential of the dagger and hammer. The narrative of Oblivion significantly revolves around the central role of the mythic Dawn cult. This nefarious group is accountable for the brutal assassination of Emperor Uriel Septim VII, and serves as the instigator of the cataclysmic Oblivion crisis. While players receive an invitation to the Mythic Dawn Museum in Dawnstar during the mid to high levels of the game, the original version lacks the availability of Mythic Dawn armor and related equipment. In the cause, a brand new creation extending the storyline of the Oblivion crisis, hundreds of years into the future, players have the opportunity to encounter a fresh faction of this iconic cult. This sect is actively striving to resurrect a new Oblivion Gate and resurrect the perilous events of the past. Members of this sect don the familiar crimson-red hooded robes and emblematic attire associated with the cult. In this expansion, players can obtain and don these robes, although they must remain steadfast against the enticing promises of power that Mehrunes Dagon might use to tempt them.
Every second, an estimated 127 new devices around the world connect to the internet. So, the internet, with its layers, visible, deep, and dark, is growing at a really fast and intimidating rate. With so much you don't know and cannot control, it's normal to feel anxious, especially when you encounter news and reports about the dark web. Cybercriminals trade personal information for a mere few dollars on the black markets that exist there. Because this offering is so extensive and affordable, the dark web is the ideal breeding ground for hackers who seek to make a lot of money and profit off people and companies around the world. Unfortunately, chances are that at least some of your data is already in a private data leak somewhere on the dark web, hidden in one of the illegal websites, forums, blogs, and data repositories that exist in that hidden corner of the internet. That's why people who try Aura's dark web scanner are shocked to see how much of their sensitive information is exposed just by running a scan of their email address. Our sponsor, Aura, extensively monitors your personal information, bank accounts, passport and driver's license IDs, and other sensitive data that can be found on the internet, including on dark websites. You'll receive instant notifications if someone opens a new bank account using your name, if unauthorized activities appear on your credit report, or if any of your sensitive data is compromised in the event of a data breach. If you sign up at aura.com/pixelparty, you will receive a 14-day free trial with a discount of up to 42% on your paid subscription.
Jiggalag, the Daedric Prince of Order, came into being during the finale of the Shivering Isles downloadable content for Oblivion. This transformation occurred when Sheogorath, the Daedric Prince of Madness, liberated himself from a curse that had ensnared him. Up until the inclusion of the Saints and Seducers creation in Skyrim, Jyggalag remained the solitary major Daedric prince, without a distinct artifact attributed to them, nor was their presence acknowledged within the game. As the Saints and Seducers expansion unfolds, players unravel the mystery of a cultist who had been secretly providing funding to two separate groups of bandits. Eventually, within the depths of the Solitude Sewers dungeon, players discover the Sword of Jyggalag after defeating the cultist. This blade retains its appearance from Oblivion, and, while devoid of any enchantment, it offers a poignant remembrance of Jyggalag for the Dragonborn to cherish. Umbra, the iconic weapon at the core of the Umbra creation, assumes a pivotal role in the narrative of the Elder Scrolls novel Lord of Souls. This weapon maintains a connection to the realm of Oblivion through its association with Clavicus Vial. Within the confines of the Umbra Creations dungeon, players encounter a distinctive element uncommon in Skyrim, the unmistakable soundtrack from Oblivion. As players engage in the final confrontation of the Umbra creation, an auditory treat awaits them in the form of the track Daedra in Flight. Only ardent aficionados of the franchise might recognize this tune, as it typically accompanies battles where other auditory elements demand attention. Nevertheless, its inclusion within this context serves as a thoughtful and intriguing homage. As part of the expansive additions within the Skyrim Anniversary Edition, fishing emerges as one of the more than 20 new creations. At first glance, it presents itself as a straightforward minigame. Players are tasked with locating a set of fishing supplies placed near a body of water. Engaging in the minigame involves initiating the process and skillfully reeling in the line upon sensing a fish's interest. Yet, beneath this simplicity lies a significant gameplay mechanic that profoundly influences a player's fishing skill: the prevailing weather conditions. Throughout the varied regions of Skyrim, different fish species come to the fore based on factors such as the time of day and, notably, the weather. The aquatic environments host a diverse array of fish, each displaying a penchant for specific weather patterns. Notably, during periods of rainy weather, the likelihood of capturing rare fish and valuable treasures experiences a substantial boost. Intriguingly, a particular ring has been introduced, capable of conjuring rainy conditions even amid periods of sunny weather. This enchanting accessory ensures a persistent advantage, offering an elevated chance of success throughout a player's fishing endeavors, regardless of the prevailing weather. In Skyrim, players typically encounter just one staff enchanter, situated within the house Telvanni outpost known as Tel Mithrin. This outpost finds its home in the southern region of Solstheim. However, with the introduction of the Mirwatch creation, an enticing player home tailored for those embracing the sorcerer's path emerges. This residence boasts a plethora of amenities specifically designed to cater to sorcerer types, encompassing enchanting tables, alchemy stations, an assortment of libraries, and even a dedicated staff enchanter. Ordinarily, gaining access to the staff enchanter at Tel Mithrin necessitates the completion of a prerequisite questline orchestrated by the Telvanni wizard named Neluth. Nevertheless, the installation of the Mirwatch creation transforms this dynamic. Now, players need only complete a concise quest to unlock access to this remarkable abode, replete with its unique and intriguing crafting table. The Wild Horses add-on introduces a particularly unique equine companion that has been sporadically alluded to throughout Skyrim and the broader Elder Scrolls series. The presence of the unicorn might initially strike one as excessively fantastical for the realm of Skyrim. However, it's worth noting that this province also plays host to an assortment of mythical creatures, including spriggans, wisps, and other denizens reminiscent of folklore. The discovery of the unicorn is intertwined with the Creature of Legend quest, which commences within the College of Winterhold. Although the concept of a unicorn might carry a touch of enchantment, it operates akin to any other horse encountered in Skyrim. Once acquired, this steed serves its rider just as capably. However, when dismissed, the unicorn makes its way back to the college rather than returning to the player's domicile. The Adventurer's Backpack add-on enriches the world of Skyrim by introducing an array of fresh backpack options. These backpacks serve to augment a player's carrying capacity, while select variants also provide enhancements to primary resources and attributes such as lockpicking and archery. What's intriguing is that these advantages extend beyond the purview of the last Dragonborn alone. The player's companions can also don these new backpacks, reaping their benefit. For instance, Lydia stands to gain from the Adventurer Backpack, which bolsters her stamina. Teldrin, on the other hand, finds utility in the Mage Backpack, affording him a boost to his Magicka reserves. Meanwhile, Ayla benefits from the Hunter Backpack, sharpening her prowess with bows and subsequently improving her damage output. In the Skyrim Anniversary Edition, a notable change from the vanilla game is the inclusion of the Staff of Worms, which can be found in Gallows Hall. This staff has a significant connection to Mannimarco, a prominent figure in the Elder Scrolls series. Mannimarco has evolved into a key antagonist throughout the series, appearing as the primary villain in both the Elder Scrolls Online and Oblivion. The Staff of Worms, wielded by Mannimarco across various titles, grants the player a unique and powerful ability. With this staff in Skyrim, players gain the exceptional power to raise undead creatures permanently. Unlike in the vanilla game, where raised undead followers are subject to decay over time, those raised using the Staff of Worms are exempt from the ravages of time. However, they can still be eliminated if they sustain enough damage. Undoubtedly, one of the most notorious DLC packs ever introduced is none other than the Horse Armor DLC for Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. Upon its release, this downloadable content attracted widespread mockery for its perceived lack of meaningful content relative to its rather steep price tag. While it did offer the minor benefit of affording a modicum of protection for a player's equine companion, the question lingered: did this enhancement justify the expenditure of $2.5? In a clever twist, the Anniversary Edition of the game reintroduces the horse armor, a nod to the sardonic legacy that has persisted since its initial launch. This reiteration offers players unfamiliar with the Elder Scrolls a glimpse into the underlying tongue-in-cheek humor. With the horse armor now available, players have the option to equip it at a stable for a fee of 500 gold. Intriguingly, the cost of the original DLC was precisely 500 Microsoft points, equating to the same $2.50 that stirred such controversy. The inclusion serves as a playful commentary on gaming history, subtly inviting players to partake in the shared understanding of this somewhat infamous aspect of the franchise's past. Subscribe and comment if you liked the video.